Welcome everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart. And today I'm outside starting some watermelon seeds inside of my 128 plug trays. And the reason why I'm starting my seeds in plug trays this late is simple, because we have little swipers that like to come along and watch you plant a seed in the ground, wait for you to walk away, and they fly on down or they scamper down a tree and they dig it right on up. And while you think you got some vegetables coming up, you just waiting and waiting and waiting and nothing appears. So we have swipers on the homestead, and we are going to stop the swipers from swiping our seeds. I am planting a variety of seeds in my plug tray here. I've also started now. I know it's really late in the season for this, but I couldn't find my lemon spice jalapeno seeds that I saved from last season, and I didn't order any. Where is Grizzy flying from? I didn't order any from Baker Creek. Hey, baby. Okay, you are wet. You are soaking wet. Ew! You are so wet. No, no, no. No, no, no. Ew. And his feet are black. I know where he's been. Go. He been over there playing with them cows. Okay. Every dog likes to go jump in a pile of mud, water, whatever, and then like to come over and get all in your lap, right? Anyway, so what I have planted here, I have some lemon spice jalapeno. I know it's late, but that's okay. They'll still grow. It's gonna take them a while. I'm gonna be harvesting them late, but you know what? We have late summers. This is just April, and our summers go way into September here in Georgia. I mean, it starts to cool down a tad bit sometime in mid-September. But we have, what is this, April, May, June, July, August. I got 4 months. So I will be getting them later than the other peppers, but that's okay. I'll still be getting them. I'm planting some honeydew melon, some top market cantaloupe, some hot Haley's Best cantaloupe, Charleston gray watermelon, sugar baby watermelon, Congo watermelon, and my personal favorite, the Yamata cream. But I also have some seeds here that I got from a farm in South Georgia that grows some of the best tasting watermelon I have ever tasted in my life. And when I say the watermelon was sweet, it was sweet. And so these seeds are a couple of years old, but I saved them and I'm getting ready to start them. So I'm starting them in these 128 plug trays here. Ugh. And they are small for watermelon. I know they're very small, but you know, I learned something last season from the guys over at Hoss Tools. And they start theirs in these little cells, in these plug trays that they have. And they made perfectly good sense when they talked about transplanting watermelon, that watermelon don't like their roots to be disturbed at all, really, right? So instead of transplanting these big giant plants of watermelon that starts to run and vine and all of that, it was best to plant them when it would be the least amount of root disturbance. And that's when they're teeny tiny, this small, when they have just poked up out of the ground and they may just now be getting their first true leaves, their first set of true leaves. I'm like, that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense. And by the time I pop them out of these little plug trays here, the soil will be perfectly warm. The ground where we're planting them will be ready to go. And it'll be just like we planted them in the ground, without the disturbance of planting them when they are much larger like we did last year. So This year, I'm trying what they have tried or what they have been doing over at Hoss Tools. They are also located in Georgia. And so our growing zones are the same. So I figured, hey, why not try it, right? They're growing everything. We're literally growing in the same zone. Why not try what they have been doing that's working for them, right? So if something is working, and it's kind of similar to what you're doing, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. The goal is to get produce. So I'm going to try it this way. Jackson, where are you going? Jackson, come back here. I'm going to try it this way and just see what happens, because there's can't hurt. It can't hurt, right? So instead of me planting my seeds in the ground in a couple of weeks, I'm going to plant them in these trays right now and plant them in the ground in a couple of weeks. It only takes watermelon a few days to sprout. And because I'll have them out in the sun, it won't take them no time to show their little heads. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these seeds planted, starting with my saved seeds. And these are good seeds. I know where they came from. I know they haven't been sprayed. I know they don't use harmful chemicals and all of that. I know they don't. So I'm looking forward to trying these seeds and getting them planted. And because these cells are so small, I'm only going to pop one seed in each plug. These seeds are really small. But they came from a huge watermelon. And I'm only planting the best looking seed. The seed that don't look so good, I'm not planting it. I don't know if I put a seed in there or not. I'm just going to do it again. All right. And that is all the seed that's going in those plugs right there. I'm going to tie these back up and we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to plant out my Yamada cream. This is my absolute favorite watermelon in the world right now. I got to tell you, y'all, I had a taste of this watermelon last season. I'm telling you, it blew my mind. I had never tasted a watermelon that was so citrusy. I mean, it was like a citrusy, lemony. I can't explain it, but it was so good. It was so good, y'all. So I am happy to plant out my Yamada cream watermelon. Now, I'm planting a lot of these seeds. Yep, I sure am. I think it's 16. That's a lot of watermelon, isn't it? But hopefully, we will have enough watermelon to produce that we will produce enough watermelon to be able to share. That's our hope and our goal. Yeah. And last but not least, I am planting out this super large Congo melon. And this Congo melon I got from Little Shop of Seeds. I love his YouTube channel. But I got this seed from Ray at Praxis, plus all those numbers. I never ever remember the numbers. I just know Praxis and numbers. But in any case, his name is Ray, and he has this little shop of seeds where the seeds are super reasonably priced. And this is the Congo. And look at these melons. See, look at these seeds. They don't even look like the other watermelon seeds, right? So yeah. Oops. Gonna get these planted. Now this is the one Mr. Homestead Heart is excited about right here, okay? This is the one that he wants to grow. He's excited about growing some pretty big watermelon. So we're gonna plant some pretty big watermelon. Okay, so now I have my seed starting mix here, and I'm just gonna do a light dusting over all of these seeds here, just to get them covered up. And I did not mention the seeds that I got from Dollar General. I have the cantaloupe seed. I have some of them in here too. I want to make sure these babies are going to germinate, because I was the one who was talking about get the seeds from Dollar General. They're $4 for $1, 2 for $1. I'm going to make sure they work. Now this seed starting mix, I made it myself. I have a mixture of compost, vermiculite, some peat moss, and that's it, I think. Now, I'm gonna give that a light press down. And I'm gonna put water in the bottom of this tray. I'm gonna bottom water this tray, just because I don't want seeds, if I water it, I don't want seeds to come spilling out and going into other cells, and it could be a disaster. So I'm just gonna allow it to water from the bottom. Now, if you have a little spray bottle, you could always just kind of give them a little squirt and just make sure you moisten the top layer where the seed is a bit, and that would be just fine. But I am gonna fill this up in the bottom and allow this tray to wick the water up from the bottom, and that's how these seeds are gonna get watered. Now, I have an entire tray of melon. All right, you all, that's gonna do it for my seed starting melon today. I hope you found this video helpful. I hope you could see me because of all the shadow and stuff. That would be terrible if you couldn't see me. But that's gonna do it, y'all. Thank you so much for watching Homestead Heart. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We always appreciate that support. And a big shout out and thank you to all of our existing subscribers. You all are awesome. We certainly appreciate you too. So thank you again for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And I will see you in the next video. Grow your groceries.